गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी सामूहिक भक्तवृंद की सामूहिक भक्तवृंद की सामूहिक भक्तवृंद की जय श्री गुरु और गौरांग की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। So Hare Krishna, we'd like to welcome all the devotees for the evening program tonight. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕೈಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ? ಹಾಂ, 4 ಜನ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೇನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಡೀತದಲ್ಲ? ಯಾರು? ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಡು ಕನ್ನಡ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ? ಏನು 100% ಕನ್ನಡ? ನಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ತ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? ಯಾರ್ದು ಆರ್ಡ್ರ್ ಅದ? ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು 35-40 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಮಚ್. ಕನ್ನಡ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್. ಓಕೆ, So don't get annoyed with me, because okay, that is my second language. My mother tongue is Konkani. Kannada is my second language. Hindi third, Marathi fourth. I know about 8 to 12 languages. That is not a big thing, but because once I want to convey a message, it should be in a proper format. So I like to speak in Kannada, but somehow some words I can't recall. So nadu kannada ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. Okay, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇರಲಿ. Okay, so today this seminar I'm going to give is on you are what you eat. Also you can say you are what you ate. What you ate means the present existence what you have of your physical body. It is what you ate in the past 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If there is 70, that is okay. Don't get offended, because some truths we have to speak. And today's world, people literally, even they are Krishna conscious, highly educated, they don't know. Even people, they don't know how to drink water. So now, is there anyone here who can tell me how to drink water? Yes? Sit down. Great. Little. Or eat little. Prabhu is telling sit down and drink little, not eat little. Okay, anyone else? Okay, our scriptures mentions that there are 4 things we have to do sitting. Okay, that is drinking water. So when it comes to drinking water, we should drink water like a small kid. If you give him 1 glass water, he will not just gulp it. You can have a practical, if you want, we can give, there is water, we can offer him, and you can see how slow he drinks. So if you want to drink water, then you have to become a child. Then you will never get this cold, cough, any kind of disease. So we can learn from the children drinking water. So eating, drinking water, bathing, and passing urine and stool, these are to be done as per the shaucha, as per the scripture. They are to be done in a sitting manner. So today's world is basically multinational companies, they are promoting eat and eat and eat. खाते रहो. Night watchman वो चिल्लाता है ना, जागते रहो, isn't it? He is beating the stick. जागते रहो. But all the media, what it says, खाते रहो. तिन कौन तिन रे, isn't it? And if there is some doctor, please forgive me. So what the doctors, they say every 1 hour, 2 hours you have to keep eating, isn't it? And they say you drink 5 liter water a day. But that is not the criteria. So water is to be taken according to the season and according to the need of the body. So today I will be quoting many quotes from Ayurveda also. So Ayurveda explains he is a healthy man who passes, I will say, water instead of urine. So one who goes to answer the nature call 2 times in a day, morning, evening, and one who passes water 5 times. He is the most healthiest man. So when it comes to today's medical science, mostly medical science now, by now all of you know, it is a money making. It has become a money making business. So there is a saying in English, a stitch in time saves 9. Oh, nice. So there was one American president, maybe 100 years back. So what he said, eat while you eat, play while you play, sleep while you sleep, study while you study. This is a very good saying. Also what Ayurveda says, rise while the sun rises, sleep while the sun sleeps. So now in the scriptures, whatever is recommended, that is for human beings. And we are worse than the animals and birds. Now what we see by now, all the birds, they have gone to sleep on the trees. But we being mankind, our any day begins at sunset, isn't it? Now if you see most of the animals, they don't eat. The birds, they have gone to sleep. So they are following the rules of the nature. What Ayurveda says, that one who gets up at Brahma Muhurat, there are multiple benefits just by rising at Brahma Muhurat. Also the sleep, in Yajurveda, the sleep is compared like the sleep. The first sleep is like between 8 o'clock in the evening till midnight. Nowadays people go to sleep only after midnight, isn't it? So the night, the first 4 hours, there is a saying in English, 2 hours before midnight is equal to 4 hours after midnight. There is a saying in English, whatever it is. So it is mentioned that between 8 to 12, the sleep is called Amritamai. All of you know what is Amritamai? It is like nectarian. Then midnight from 12 to 3, the sleep what we are taking. So it is called Taral. Taral means your mind is gone somewhere. You are not in the body, your mind is somewhere else. And morning 3 to 6 o'clock, that is called this thing, Shokamai, Dukkamai, because you are having so many bad dreams and all, even including heart attack sometimes. And after sunset, those who are sleeping, so that is called Mrityumai. Mrityu means like Sunday, people they don't put on alarm, they say today is Sunday. I'll wake up as and when I like, okay? But we should know that also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains that 4 things, Yukta Ahara Vyarasya, Yukta Chestusu Karmasu, Yukta Sapnaut Bodhasya, Yogo Bhavati Dukkha. So today basically I am going to put more light on these 4 things. So Yukta Ahara. Now what Ayurveda says, that a person who eats 1 time, he is a yogi. 2 times, he is called a bhogi. If he is eating 3 times, he is a rogi. More than 3 times, he is a maharogi. So one time I was traveling by a train and there was one elderly baniya. If there is some baniya, please don't mind. So what happened, he took out his tiffin and he was eating a lot amount of food. I was watching. So after some times he drank some water. Now he took out another box. Now I was thinking, now what is going to eat now? But I found that was a medicine box. There were so many medicines. So he took out a good number of tablets, about 10 to 12, and he drank 1 glass water and he looked at me sideways, side glancing. So I asked, yes sir, what all disease you have? What he said, ಏನು ಹೇಳೋದು ತಿನ್ನಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಔಷಧ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. So what he was telling, for everything I had to take medicines. I have multiple diseases. Nowadays you have multi-facility hospital, isn't it? So unless you are particular what checking is to be done, they will check everything for you. So many tests, they will put you on test. So one time one fellow, he went to doctor. ಏನ್ರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೆವರ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬೆವರ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡನಲ್ಲಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಆ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ ಆದೇನ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಬಿಲ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೆವರು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ತಿಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ವಾಟ್ ಈ ಸೇಡ್, ಯು ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಮೈ ಬಿಲ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಬ್ನರ್ಮಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ sweating, okay. So this is what is material world today. And you see literally people, they often visit the doctor, am I okay? Okay, now doctor is getting nice bakra, so why he will say, he will say now you take this, take this, take this. Also we are controlled by the media, WHO, World Health Organization. So I told about this thing, sleep. Now it comes to bathing. Now don't mind if you are bathing late. So it is mentioned that in the Ayurveda, bathing between 3 to 4, that bathing is as good as bathing in the nectar. Now I don't know whether we'll get a chance to bathe in the nectar, at least when we go to that Kumbh Mela, Ganges, okay. So how many of us can afford to bathe in ghee? No chance, okay. 3 to 4 it is bathing in the ghee, and 4 to 5 it is bathing in milk, and after that it is like bathing in the blood. So those who are bathing after that Brahma Muhurat, we should know that bathing is useless. So these are what I am speaking, these are spoken in the, mentioned in the scripture. I am not speaking anything concocted from my side. So unfortunately today people, we have forgotten the science of eating. We don't know the science of eating. So today people, from getting up in the morning till the time they don't go to the bed, they are munching something or the other thing. I see in the train, like one time I was traveling from Bombay to Pune, not long distance, about 3 hours, and one person was sitting in front of me. So he ate as many as 6 times in just 3 hours. Every station something comes, chakki, Lonavala chakki, vada pav, Coca-Cola, chai, whatever it is. So now the problem is that we have forgotten, and if you see, if there is some person, elderly person, they know, see in the olden time, hardly people they took 1 or 2 maximum, at the most 3 meals. So now, but because of living in the modern cities and in today big stores, big bazaar and whatever this is, A Mart, Z Mart, so many things they are selling you, and all they are having all these kinds of chemicals. So there is one agency called EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. So what they mention, whatever you get for junk food, all of you know what is junk food. I need not to go in depth. So they constitute so many varieties of chemicals, preservatives, additives, preservatives, so many different agents. Not this other agents. There are many other some kind of agents they are used in bakery products. So we should know that whatever we are buying from outside, that food, it looks like food, but it is a shadow. There is no substance in that. All of you know what is substance and shadow? Yeah, that food is like that. So I will speak something from the scripture, then we'll begin. Like when Raghunath Das Goswami, while he was living in Jagannath Puri, initial days he started calling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Prasadam. Later on he became little renunciate. Then he stopped calling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was standing at the Maha door. Then he stopped that. Later on he started taking the food which was offered to the cows, the stale rice. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he came to know, he was very much happy. And one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took a chance to meet Raghunath Das Goswami. And he just took some prasadam which was eating. Actually it was a rice which was washed, put with little salt. So seeing the renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. And he said that Vairagi bhai bhala na khaibe ar bhala na paribe, gramya katha na karibe ar bhala katha na shunibe. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said for a renunciate, that it is not good to eat always very high protein food. Means like we say in Vrindavan, Rajbhog. Rajbhog means which is eaten by kingly people. So our food should be simple. So we will be quoting from Prabhupada, like today's world, everything is polluted. And somebody has sung a song in Hindi. Suraj na badla, chand na badla re आसमान, कितना बदल गया. किसी को हिंदी आता ही नहीं. इंसान क्या शैतान. If we are insan, at least will not change. We'll keep what the God has given us intact. So now this material world has the greatest danger from one species of life. There is one environmentalist, what he said, if the human species, if they get extinct, the earth will survive. Otherwise there is no hope. Because amongst the 84 lakh species of life, every year minimum 20 to 30 lakh species are getting extinct. Jalaja now lakshani. All of you know, in the water, in the ocean, there are 9 lakh species. Now among the 9 lakh, 5 lakh are already extinct. Because all our toxin, wastage and even this nuclear waste they are putting in the ocean. So what they say, that in the ocean, half the species of life, they are extinct now. So whatever it is. So what Krishna explains, who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation and work, can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. So now, as per Ayurveda, there are certain urges in our body. From our birth until the time we leave this body, from womb to tomb. From womb to tomb. All of you know, womb means when we take birth from the womb of the mother, then we leave the body, we go to the tomb, but in our this thing they bury. So these are these things, urges of the body. But our Rupa Goswami, he writes in Nectar of Instruction, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, that is a different category. But today I am speaking some different category. So hunger, this urge, we should never neglect. answering nature call, passing urine, sleeping, urge, sneezing, vomiting, belching, passing foul air, thirst, rapid breathing, yawning, discharging semen. These are the 12 urges of the material body. We should never ignore them, otherwise they can cause now I have not so much time to go in depth in this. Okay, now Ayurveda mentions we get disease in 4 ways, but today's doctor, they will say there are 100 ways you get sick. They can say the weather, so many things they will say. So Vaidya Vadanti, what the Vaidyas they say, that Kapha Pitta Vata. Astrologers, what they say, the movement of stars and planets. Then exorcists, what they say, that subtle bodies or ghosts. But the sages, what they explain, that is our prarabdha karma. So now, how many of you agree with 4? How many of you agree with 3, 2, 1? So very difficult. But we should know, more or less our suffering is because of our prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma. All of you know what is prarabdha karma? Means now what is our body, it is what we have done in the past to this body. Okay? So this human form of life we have got because of our past prarabdha. In the Bhagavatam it is mentioned, because of our past prarabdha we have this human form of life. Whatever our beauty, what we see our face in the mirror, and that is not our real body, but our real body is Satchidanand, that is something different. So now Prabhupada, he quotes in Bhagavad Gita 3.11 in the purport, Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhi Dhruva Smriti Smriti Labde Sarva Granthi Mam Vipramoksha. So by what Prabhupada explains, I'll be just keeping it short to save the time. So Ahara Shuddha, all of you know, Ahara Shuddha means our food should be always clean. So now today, whatever we are buying food from outside, even if we are going to a hotel, those who are cooking inside the kitchen, they are not following even one single regulative principle. So now, what the food we are eating, that has impact on our body as well as our mind. ನಾವೇನು ತಿಂತೇವೆ ಅದರ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರೀರನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ somebody sent me one quote. It is from Garud Puran. So before that I'll tell you one story. I have a very old friend, doctor, more than 30 years old friend. So he's a surgeon, now he's about to retire. So in about 30 years back, he used to go to Pune on weekends for 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. So there was one cook who was cooking for him. So one weekend he had to go for a marriage. So he nominated another person. So that weekend the doctor, he had very ghastly dreams that he's killing somebody with a knife. So next weekend when that cook came back, so he asked him very politely, can you tell me that person last weekend who cooked for me? Who's that person? So he said, sir, he's a very good person, he's very gentle, well behaved. But about 10 years back, he had a family dispute. And in a feast of anger, he killed one family member. And he was in jail for 8 years. But last 2 years, he's a good man. So this is one story. There are so many different stories. But as per Garud Puran, we should not eat at food offered by 10 kinds of people. So this is recently I got. So it is mentioned that by eating the food offered by such kind of people, our sins, they will increase multifold. We have to be very careful. There is a saying, you are what you eat. Hindi they say, jaisa anna vaise man. ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಏನು ಗಾದೆ ಮಾತು? ಯಾರು ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೋರ ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗಾದೆ ಮಾತು ಗುರುತಾ ಊಟದ ಮೇಲೆ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ the food offered by dacoits and thieves. The food offered by dacoits and thieves, because that is not pure. It is a stolen. Okay. Then second is characterless woman. A loose woman, characterless woman. Then money lenders. The third is money lender. Money lenders, they are cheating people. They are not a good character. Then if somebody having a chronic disease, Especially if somebody is suffering from chronic disease, we should not honor food at that person's. Also, angry persons, those who are very angry persons, we should not honor food offered by such person. Then also by eunuch, all of you know hijra, eunuch, yeah. Then some people who are merciless, especially meat eaters, heartless people. So those who are merciless people, especially meat eaters, we should not eat food offered by such people. Then there are people who are like backbiters. Kannadalli ಏನಂತಾರೆ backbiters ಗೆ ಚಾಡಿ okay. Then we have this thing, heartless king, a king who is a merciless. There are big people nowadays who have ministers. Whatever this wealth, I don't know what kind of wealth they have. Okay, it is called, we should not eat from a merciless king. And in the end, from the merchants who are selling liquors and tobacco and other things. So these are the 10 categories of people from whom we should never honor the food. So being Vaishnavas, wherever we go, so the best way out is that you can tell them, please pack for me. I will honor it at home. Now I am full. You take that, you give it someone. So you can take solid fruits from them, dry fruits or something like that. So better we can avoid as far as possible. And if for some places we are going for a program, we can tell we have devotees, somebody catering, that will be much better. We can avoid hurting them. That we should always keep in mind. So now, when it comes to eating also, as per Ayurveda, there are three kinds of eating. One is called Mita Bhuka, one is called Hita Bhuka, and one is called Ritu Bhuka. Now, Mita Bhuka, Vaishnavas has 26 qualities. Among the 26 qualities, one quality is that eating only as much is necessary. What Ayurveda says, half stomach food, 1/4 water and 1/4 for breathing. So now in your grinder, what you say that in the jar, if you completely fill the jar, and if you want to put on the jar, it will not, the blade will not move. Similarly, our stomach. So we should, like the stomach, it gives a signal. When you eat, there is a belching. Kannadalli ಏನಂತಾರೆ belching ga? Acha, okay. So when you get the first belching, that is green signal. Second belching, yellow signal. And third belching, red signal. But we never care for that, isn't it? So we get 3 times belching. When you eat full belly, when your food is digested, you can drink water. That is another indication after hour, 1 hour, 2 hour. And again, when your stomach is empty, these are but we never care for these, signals by our stomach, because we are living in city, a very fast life, isn't it? So that is called Mita Bhuka, means half belly. Now Hita Bhuka. Hita means like what is good for my body, not for my tongue. That for a fish, in the water everything is there, but when the bait is put, so it thinks, oh, that is good for me. When it goes to eat that, then it is caught. So in today's world, people are eating what they like, nice for the tongue. So now what we see, the soft drinks, tea, coffee, this is all British, American Ashirwad. Britishers, they said to our grandparents, chai kodri ನೀವು more time, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಸಂಜೀಗ. ಈಗ ಅಮೇರಿಕನ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಾರ ನೀವು ಕೂಲ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಸಂಜೀಗ 24 hours. ತಸ್ಮಾ ಸರ್ವೀಶು ಕಾಲೀಶು ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತೀರ್ರಿ, isn't it? So what is this? Just carbonated drink with so much sugar. Actually, as per Ayurveda, our body needs only 10 grams sugar in a day and only 5 grams salt that you can put in your memory. If you are drinking one soft drink of 300 ml, they are giving you a big bottle, isn't it? 2 liter. Drink and die. So you can imagine how much sugar is there in that 300 ml. Anyone knows? 40 grams sugar. How much? 40 to 45 grams sugar. That is 4 times more than what you need each day. Okay. So Hita book means, like one time I travel a lot by train. One lady, she took 2 tea, chai, and she put in that, the children, they drink that milk bottle, and she shake that, and she gave it to her kid. Now, what is this thing of that tea value for that child, you know? So completely his system will get spoiled. But that we don't understand. And all of you know, it is all addiction. Some people, they say, unless I drink tea, the wall doesn't open. That is the problem. It is all addiction. So they don't have any psychological or physical relation with the body. So then the third comes is Ritu book. Ritu means according to the season. So now is the summer season. Now majjige, curd rice, it is much better. Now in this season, if you eat bhaji or so many sweets, it is completely contradictory. So according to Ritu book means what you get in the markets in the season, either the vegetables or fruits, because the nature is producing. So it is mentioned that wherever you are living, in a proximity of 120 kilometers, whatever is grown, that food you should eat. So today morning, some devotee was telling me there was a fight between ragi and rice. All of you know how many eat ragi? Kaimel matri ragi muddi tinnavara? Okay. Rice hasina tintri? Okay. Same quantity. Okay. There was a fight between ragi and rice. So they went to Lord Ramchandra while he was in his 14 years exile. So Lord Ramchandra, he heard their cases and he said, I side with ragi. That is called ragi. It comes from Raghunath. The ragi, the name comes from Raghunath, Lord Raghunath. So rice, it lost. Okay, but still don't feel bad for that. Rice is good for South India. Also it is cooling. And Krishna's favorite food, anyone knows what is Krishna's favorite food? Yeah, curd rice. Okay. So maybe Krishna will take the side of rice. Whatever it is, don't get disheartened. So, India, there is a saying, simple living, high thinking. So this is the way of life in Vrindavan. You see how simple life is. Nowadays, simply living, hardly thinking, isn't it? Ghar ka kachra ghar ke samne dal do, isn't it? Look, somebody is looking just from balcony, thap, something falls down, you see something falling from heaven or what? That is all ghar ka kachra, isn't it? That what we are doing today. I am seeing so many places, so much waste. Now also in Vrindavan, most part of India, now also 70% of the people in India, they live in rural areas. So in today's standing, if you live in the villages, it is as good as living in heaven, because you get the good water, good food, nice majjige, whatever you want. So the second thought of Prabhupada, the second part of ISKCON, what Prabhupada wanted to make was the farm community, where you have your own grown food, vegetable, fruits, milk, everything. Because what Prabhupada explains, that today we are dependent on the society, what they are providing, and you don't know what is there in that. Okay? So now, WHO, what they say, that RO water, it can cause cancer. Okay? RO water is nothing but it is a stale water, and it is a, it is a neutral water. There is no minerals in that. So our forefathers, they drank water from well. Now also in Tirupati, there are many pujaris. They don't drink water from any sources. They drink from the well. Even there are some Tirupati devotees, that Tirupati Balaji pujaris, all the way they bring water from the well from Tirupati to Vrindavan when they come to Vrindavan. So unfortunately, because of scientific advancement, all the wells, they are gone, and we are drinking water from the tube well. So now when it comes to minerals, water has 4 kinds of minerals. Magnesium, calcium, potassium and iron. These are the 4 minerals, natural minerals. But the water which we are getting from this RO, 0 minerals. And the water which you get from the pump, it has 270 inorganic minerals. They are very deadly, from arsenic to mercury. It is there in that. So when that water goes in your body, you have 72,000 veins in the body. They get hardened. Then your digestion gradually dies off. There are so many side effects, whatever it is. So now that is the price we are paying for living in big cities. So Prabhupada says, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati mentions, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that we have three kinds of health. First is physical health, then is our mental health, then comes our spiritual health. Okay? So also Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati explains, Yatha Yogya Bhoga, then Nahi Tatha Roga. If you feed your body as much what is required, you will never get diseased. What Ayurveda says, if you are diseased, don't feed your body, the disease will go away. What Prabhupada explains, don't feed the uninvited guest. Now all of you know what is uninvited guest, isn't it? Our only Hare Krishna Andre, what they say, okay, nothing they are going to get, they will go away, isn't it? So now, this is one quote from Bhagavatam 1.1.10. So if you want to go in depth, you can go and read in your free time. So now, duration of life, how it is shortened. Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavatam that in Kali Yuga, the duration of life is shortened not because of insufficient food, but because of irregular habits. Eating 5 times, 7 times, 8 times. Okay? By keeping regular habit and eating simple food, not too much high in calories, then any man can maintain his health. Overeating, over sense gratification, over dependence on another's mercy. Now, how many of you take milk from the dairy? Raise your hands. I am not taking you to police station. Okay. So, dairy milk, 68% of the dairy milk is polluted. WHO says that by 2050, 80% of Indians will be having cancer. Is good news, bad news, I don't know. So now you think for yourself. So over dependence on others' mercy means whatever food you are taking from the market, it is highly contaminated. From your dal to rice, masala, whatever it is you are getting from the market, they are highly contaminated. So what Prabhupada explains that artificial standard of living means eating that burger, burger and soft drink, IT, saps the vitality of human energy, therefore the duration of life is reduced. So in Bhagavatam 1 purport, Prabhupada writes, generally those engaged in spiritual advancement take food only once, either in the afternoon or in the evening. If one takes food only once, naturally he does not become, you can read in your own way. I don't want to offend someone. Okay. So this is what Prabhupada has given everything. So I didn't want to cover everything in much this thing. So now what we see today, even the villages, most of the food is packed in this plastic, and that is made from maida, rotten thing, and it is contaminated with sugar, salt, and that, palm oil, and this kind of stuff. It is packed in small sachets, and it is going throughout India. Now the sugar, nowadays what sugar you are eating, it is nothing but carbon. It is but just one kind of carbon, and there is a scientific report, this sugar, especially which is coated with sulfur, it can cause as many as 70 kinds of diseases. How many? 70, not one. So in 1920s, Americans, they were studied about sugar, the effect of sugar in South America. This is like 100 years back. The sugar lobby is very old, about 300 years old. So they found that South America, the people, they don't have any cavities. And they found the main culprit in America, which is causing them cavity and other thing, is sugar. So if one pregnant lady, if she doesn't eat sugar when she's carrying the child, And after the child is born, if we don't feed that child sugar for 5 years, that child will never have any disease in life. This is a paper. There are confidential papers, but these papers are not available. One devotee told me, like what happens the moment we start eating sugar, especially this sulfate sugar, your bones, they start getting small, that holes within the bone. And today maximum people, what is the deficiency in our body? Calcium deficiency. That is because of this sugar and refined salt. So there are 4 types of salt. There is one salt, it is called black salt. There is one called Sendava. One is sea salt, and one is there are multinational companies, what they say, it is added with iodine. It is a myth. There is no iodine as such in that. But iodine you get through all vegetables and fruits. Okay? What they say, nowadays they are also giving you water with added minerals. How did they take out the minerals first? Isn't it? Now they are adding. First you kill a person, then you make him again alive. This is what is modern science. Okay? So here what we see, that even in small villages, the children's, their teeth, they are getting decayed, their hairs, they are getting white. Because these allopathic medicines, what we are consuming, that have a big side effect. After 5 years, 10 years, even up to 20 years, that medicine what we are eating, it gets accumulated in our body, and it can cause different kinds of disease. So also we should be very careful in what kind of vessel we are cooking our food. In today's world, people mostly they are cooking in aluminum, non-stick, Teflon vessels. So these are very highly contaminated, carcinogenic, and they are leaching. All of you know what is leaching? Leaching means some iron come from that. Iron means some particle of the metal. So these vessels with a period of time, so if you see this Teflon, it is one kind of dambar. You know what this tar road they make? This is one of the petrochemical product. So what we see, that is coated on these vessels from inside and outside. You can buy your color what you like, isn't it? They put in the TV, buy for 300 rupees, isn't it? So that is not worth that. But over a period of time, what happens? All that soot, black soot, it goes in your stomach. And what happens? It is accumulated in your body, and gradually it goes into your vein, and that becomes a cancer cell. Later on, it will become a cancer, small, it is a, what you say, a molecule, then it becomes a tumor. All of you know what is a tumor? Then it starts growing. So the medical science says, like cancer grows where there is less air in the body. So today what food we are eating, also we are not breathing properly. So that is one of the reason. And what you see, these vessels, they are not silver vessels, they are aluminum vessels. And over a period of time, what happens? They gradually corrode and they become thin. And all that, what you are cooking, your lemon rice, tomato rice, and curd rice, all that get leached in that, this aluminum, and that is going in your belly. And that is getting accumulated over a period of time. Then later on, that can cause your kidney failure to lungs failure and heart failure, so many things. Then when it comes to pressure cooker, so usually you give 3 vessels, isn't it? 3 vessels. It is giving you 3 Ashirvad. First Ashirvad is that you will get sugar disease. Okay. Second disease is acidity, confirmed. Third is nutrition loss. So in whatever food is cooked in the cooker, in Hindi they say, खाना गलता है, खाना पकता नहीं. गलता है समझते? If a dead body comes out of the water, it is rotten. So almost 98% of the nutrients, they are lost when they are cooked in the pressure cooker. So Ayurveda mentions the food should be cooked at a fire of 270 degree. So the wood fire, the charcoal fire, the cow dung fire, it doesn't go beyond 270 degree, the fire. So the fire what we are cooking today on the gas, with electrical, there is an induction cooker. You can go up to 2000, isn't it? And the pressure built up in the pressure cooker, it goes up to 1600 degree. Sometimes your house top blows off, isn't it? So much pressure is there. So you can imagine how much the nutrition is lost. You may think your time is saved, fuel is saved, but that is not the real cause. Also today in market there are more than 500 plastic wares in the kitchen, from your vegetable cutting to saucers to strainers. So if possible you should avoid all this made from aluminum and plastic. What is this? Vegetable cutting board. You are cutting not with a wooden knife. What kind of knife you are using? Steel knife. Don't you think it will cut that plastic? After a certain period of time you see your board will disappear, isn't it? So all that plastic has gone in your food, isn't it? So better late than never, you take out of all this kind of things. So now on an average in a year we are taking 2 to 3 kilo chemicals in our body via all these things. Those who are living in the city, all of you are using all this kind of thing. So now I'll read, now you can meditate. How much is true and how many things you have in your, from bathroom to kitchen, isn't it? So okay, on an average a person consumes or inhales about 3 kg of toxins in a year by the medium of cooking vessels, packaged foods, fruits, vegetables, polished grains, refined oils, salts, food colors, essences, packed spices, artificial sweeteners, ice creams, chocolates, candies, bakery products, poultry items, dairy products, milk products, fast foods, soft drinks, face creams, body lotions, deodorants, perfumes, mouthwash, lipstick, body sprays, soaps, toothpaste, mouthwash, nail polish, sun cream, medicines, skin ointments, medications, gels, cigarette smokes, tap water, room fresheners, floor cleaners, agarbattis, mosquito repellents, vehicle pollution, factory pollution, plastic plates, cups, spoons, papers, glasses, tissue papers, then thermocol, toilet paper, hand sanitizers. Nowadays there is a styrofoam. Nowadays people they eat in styrofoam. They make glass and that plates. And how many of you have eaten bhel puri on that newspaper? Raise hands. Okay. What is this newspaper? It is all that different color inks. That is all chemical. You say, mat ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲಿಂಬೆ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ, ಅದು ಲಿಂಬೆ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆನಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ, isn't it? So better try taking all this on this newspaper, isn't it? Some places they put everything of, okay, they spread out cut newspaper, okay, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪ್ಮಾ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ. Nowadays some companies they are promoting that leaf. It is like, it looks green. Actually when plastic it is recycled, it becomes 100 times more poisonous. In the market they are telling this is, what kind of plates now they are giving, eco-friendly what they say, but it is made from all chemicals only, So what they say, biodegradable. What is this biodegradable? Actually it is made from some chemical only, isn't it? So we have to be very careful. Also some people they use hand sanitizer. All of you know there is some small white gel. Before eating they clean hand with that and they eat. After again eating again they clean with that with tissue paper. Okay. This is what is happening. So more advanced, more complicated. This much things are coming. Just by living in a city we are smoking 2 packets of cigarette as per WHO. So now these are the items. I will not take too much time. So these are the items we have to be very careful. Especially water, what kind of water you are drinking. Then sugar, refined salt, refined oils. It includes your ghee also, maida and dairy products. Nowadays the paneer, they can make duplicate paneer also. Milk also, nowadays there is a synthetic milk. So if you are little careful in this kind of things, so you can save a big amount of money going to the doctor. So I will and I conclude here. So if somebody has some questions, we can take some questions provided we have some time. It is 7:45. So if somebody has some questions, so meantime I'll just be putting the slides which I'm not going to speak. So anyone has some questions, you can, is there some mic or you can speak little loudly? Yeah, basically iron kadai is good. Also there is a raw iron, bheed. So stainless steel, if it is a good gauge, good quality, stainless steel is not bad. Even that in olden time, just 30 years back, India, they used to have hittali, pital, they are kalai ಹಾಕಿದ್ದ ಭಾಂಡೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. So that you can use. Even tawa, you should not use aluminum tawa, you can use iron tawa. Okay, any other? Yeah, vegetables, how you can clean vegetable is that when you get the vegetable from the market, you put some salt in the water and you keep it dipped in the water for 15-20 minutes and nicely you shake in the water, then you take out. For any fruits and vegetable, especially imported fruits, they are waxed. So better peel especially this American apple, whatever it is. Okay, any other questions? Tamarind? No, salt is sufficient. By salt, 95% of the chemicals they go off. Tamarind, why you waste that much a costly item? Yes. I can't hear so much. Okay, if it is we have our food, it is according to the area where we live. As per the nature, what is grown locally within 120 kilometer radius, either they are millets, rice you can take, but rice, if you take unpolished rice, it is much better. So nowadays multinational companies, just to make money, they are polishing. If you take organic rice with the barn, it is called barn, the brown skin, that rice is much better. So if you start eating that rice, then you start eating gradually, little by little, because now our stomach has forgotten eating that kind of rice. So initially you may have some problem, but with a period of time, your body will adapt to that kind of eating. So if you are taking regular rice, no problem. So you can make varieties of rice. There are, Prabhuji, that day give, what rice was there, Narsingh Chaturdasi day? Baingan rice. Brinjal rice, nice. So there are so many varieties of rice made in South India, coconut rice, tamarind rice, lemon rice, all of you know. So any other question? Actually this topic is different. It is called Viruddha Ahara. Viruddha Ahara means when you are taking curd, you should not take milk products. As per Ayurveda, they go ill together. So in South India, dahi vada is very famous. Actually that vada is very heavy, urd dal, so much protein, and curd, when milk is made into curd, it becomes very heavy. So instead of dahi vada, you can make mung dal vada. So whenever you are taking curd rice, better don't take sweet rice, if possible. So if you want to take sweet rice, then you take in the beginning, then in the end you can take curd rice. If your body doesn't make any otherwise you may get this white skin disease, leprosy. So if we are adding these two things, then you can have in the sense that body may have leprosy. The skin gradually it will become white. That I don't know much mixing about. That mixing can be done. It's not a big thing. Replace. Actually in India, somebody told me that about 50-100 years back, people were only eating the millets. There are 108 varieties of millets in India, and to be all of you are fortunate in this part of India, there is called Sri Dhanya. There are five varieties of Sri Dhanya you get. Actually this Sri Dhanya, they have a good amount of fiber. It has a good amount of fiber. That fiber you don't have in the wheat or in the rice. So if you take Sri Dhanya, but also in Sri Dhanya they are making duplicate. You have to be very careful because you are paying the price. But if you are getting don't get original, then your money is lost. So you make sure you are getting from the right outlet and the right quality. No, actually, when it comes to eating fruits, so at a time you should eat only one variety of fruit. You can't take sour fruits with the sweet fruits. That is very much contradictory. So ISKCON also we make fruit salad. It is not a bona fide as per Ayurveda. Only milk goes good with mango. After eating 10-20 mangoes, maybe you can drink 1 liter milk. So that will reduce the heat of the body if you are capable. Otherwise, milk is, as per Ayurveda, there is one nice verse I can't recall now. So Ayurveda says that buttermilk is good in the afternoon and milk is good in the night. This morning water, what they say, empty stomach water, and after eating food in the afternoon buttermilk, and before going to bed milk. That is what is. Milk means cow milk, no buffalo milk. Keep in mind. Also ghee means cow ghee. That you can keep in mind. So any other questions? In Kannada question either here. Yeah, here those who want to read, they can read meantime. Yes, what is your question on water? Yeah, RO water, what you can do, if you want to make that water good, you can put lemon slices. You can put tuna, eating tuna. So it will enhance that this thing. It will become more good. The water will become alkaline. The water will become alkaline. You can put one small grain of, in 1 liter of water, you can put small tuna, eating tuna, that, or you can put lemons or orange this thing, slices in or this thing season wise, that can be added. Also some people they put this tulsi flower which is offered to the Lord, that also water becomes fragrant. So any other questions? I am not a doctor. As per my understanding, the water intake is proportional to the kind of food what you eat. If your food is too spicy, too hot, pungent and too much sweet, then the water needed is too much, because your body has to eliminate all this. So like yesterday, I didn't take water until 7:30. Narsing Tadurdasi. Okay. So now yesterday night hardly I drank after going to the room 1 glass water. So yesterday I must have taken hardly 600 ml water. So it depends upon the food intake, and also season. And if you are traveling, if you are in the sun. So whenever you are going out in the sun, you drink water before going out. That is very good. Okay, any other question? So ideally for an average person, summer 2 to 3 liters, winter is about 2 liters is sufficient in winter. Yeah, fruits you can take on the empty stomach, no problem. But don't take an unseasonal fruits. So there is no need to eat for us the imported fruits, giving a big money. It is nature. Ayurveda says whatever is locally grown, you eat. So you need not to pay 80 rupees for a small kiwi. Then you put it in the kiwi. Ad mado in garazilla. Okay, any other question? Yeah. Instead of sugar, we can eat jaggery, but jaggery should not be nirma jaggery. Nirma no haktara, mat they are putting many other things. If the jaggery, if it is 100% bona fide good, then you can take jaggery, because jaggery has all the minerals what our body needs. Yeah, olden time in India they ate jaggery, and there is one science, it is called khand sugar. So what they do, when they boil this thing, sugar cane, they put it in the mud pot and they put it in the earth. They put it for 6 months. That jaggery becomes crystallized. It is called khand. Khand means it becomes crystal sugar. No, no, if you go to Bengal, they make this tad jaggery. Yeah, they make this sugar candy, palm jaggery. Misri, yeah, Misri is okay. No. Misri is not much polluted that you can take, but big Misri, not that small one. Yeah, but cost-wise, it is very costly. Also, nowadays they are adding some duplicate in that. That sugar, sorry, the jaggery which is very yellow, light yellow, they are added more with chemicals. The jaggery should be like brown, dark brown. The more brown it is, the more pure it is. So yes, little best health tip. So what I told that you are in the class? Yes. Whatever I told so far, I told only top notch. Okay. Top notch is okay. 2 times you take food. In between you can take buttermilk, and that can be the best remedy. You need not to go to any doctor. You will not get any sugar or any other disease. So as per the scripture, so if you small children, there is no rules and regulation. But when we come to the age, actually with the after 40s, our body doesn't digest too much proteins. So after 40s, we can eliminate too much fried items, sweet items, if possible. And in our menu, Prabhuji temple, they announce so many items in the menu. So if our menu, okay, once in a while, weekend, no problem. But regular in our menu, there should not be more than 2, 3, 4 items. Our stomach becomes confused. Our stomach becomes confused. ಏನ್ರಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಏನು ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಗುರ್ತಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಐಟಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. ಅದು 5 ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅನ್ನ ತಿನ್ನೋದೇನು ಗರಜಿಲ್ಲ. 2 ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅನ್ನ, ಒಂದು ಪುಳಿಯೋಗರೆ, ಒಂದು ಮೊಸರು ರೈಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಕಿ ಮತ್ತು 3-4 ರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನು ಗರಜಿಲ್ಲ. Yeah, ideal time is 10-5. Ideal time is 10 and 5. Morning 10, evening 5. So there should be a gap of 6 hours. And if we fast, now it is little ultimate. So if we fast, if we make a fasting regime in our life, so like from evening 6 until next day 10, it is like 16 hours. No water, nothing. So it will eliminate all your toxins from the body. Only you can take some water in the morning after getting up. So in that case, your pancreas, your digestive system will work. Those who want to reduce weight and all, for them, this is a good procedure. So there are good videos. There is one doctor called Jagannath Dikshit. Those who want to reduce weight and all, so they can watch these videos. He's a doctor. I'm not a doctor. So he has given diet plans for those who want to get rid of sugar, overweight and all. So you can watch Jagannath Jagannath Dikshit on YouTube. You can watch. They are in English also, in Hindi also. Coconut water we can take on empty stomach. It is like a nectar. And in market, what you are getting, these fruit juices, there is only 2% fruit pulp is there. 98% is sugar water. Okay? If you want to drink sugar water, you can take it. So any soft drink you are taking in the market, either they are fruit or any other thing, that is everything is sugar water, nothing else. There is no pure pulp, fruit pulp is there. Prabhuji is asking how to detox the body. So now recently somebody got a Nobel Prize in Japan. Somebody got a Nobel Prize in Japan. That is, which is mentioned in our scriptures. Every Ekadasi, now in ISKCON, Ekadasi means is a big feast, unfortunately. But every Ekadasi, if we just fast with water, actually in olden time people they fasted only with the water. So if we do a fasting every fortnight, then all the toxins they are taken out from the body. So that person got Nobel Prize. Unfortunately, he's from Japan. Now we Indians, we lost the chance. Okay. Yeah, just take water. Just take water. Yeah. No, no, no. If your body, see, whatever food you are eating, if it goes good with your body, if your body is not making any reaction, you can take. So, Yukta Ahara means there is a limit. Whatever you take, there is a limit. Yukta means, even Prabhupada says, beyond 6 hours sleep is ignorance. Okay. Similarly, any food you are taking, if it is reacting in a bad way with your body, then better you take out that food. Don't take that kind of food. Huh? Under? Dwadasi? Yeah, there is a saying, even a fool can fast, only a wise man knows how to break the fast. There is a saying, even a fool can fast. What happens, Dwadasi? There are so many items, isn't it? Your mind is confused what to eat, what not to eat. Then you have very high time. So, in ISKCON, many people they get sick only after Bhim Nirjala Ekadasi. So, I call it as Bhim Nirlajja Ekadasi. Nirlajja means after in Dwadasi you eat like whatever you take with interest, for that one day what you are lost, you make it for that, isn't it? So basically, when a nuclear reactor, when they close down, there is a certain closing down steps. When again they activate a reactor, there are again activating procedures. Similarly, when we fast, our digestion gradually dies off. So again to rekindle that digestion, we have to start with lemon and ginger water. We have to take more and more liquids. Actually, the scripture mentions Dwadasi, we should take only one meal, light meal, not 3 meals. Actually, on Dashami, in the afternoon, we should take one meal. From Dashami until next day, Ekadasi, and the third day, Dwadasi, you should take only light food, but that we are not following, whatever it is. But that is the right way of doing. Ekadasi means it is called, you should not sleep in one sense. It is many devotees they do in Vrindavan also. So, any other questions? Yes, you can speak little loud. Bas. Gomaya. Bhasma, that for purifying water, it is the best. Actually, even the water, Chanakya Pandit explains, water is to be filtered with cloth. If you put water in a copper vessel in the sun, that is again much more better. So nowadays people they are drinking water in plastic bottle, that is worst. You can change it to copper bottle. So that is much better, because copper you get so many minerals from the copper. That is more ideal. In the summer you can drink from mud pot, no problem. Yeah, that you have to put in the water about 2 hours before. Then you can stain that water and you can drink that water. That is Gomaya, that is very good. So if that is available, you can put in your stall also for other devotees. Boiled water is also good. No problem. You can take boiled water. Borewell water is not good because it has that synthetic minerals. Synthetic means inorganic minerals. That is not good. So we should not go over time. So if somebody has some personal questions, I am here for another some time. Okay. So Prabhu is telling we have another 10 minutes. So okay. Okay, Prabhuji is telling it is sometimes there are too many rules and regulations. So by fasting you get more energy. See, the biggest misnomer is that what we think by eating less our energy is lost. The elephant, they are totally vegetarian. Okay, elephant is eating a big amount of food, but they are not eating meat. Okay, whatever it is. But the biggest misnomer today people what they have is what they think by eating less food I'll not have energy. That is wrong. That is the biggest misnomer. Our body has a 14 days reserve. Ranti Dev, he fasted for how many days? Is there any Ranti Dev here? Okay. For us, 24 hours is a big deal, isn't it? Ranti Dev fasted for 48 days. How many days? That we need not to do. Okay? Even if we fast for one Ekadasi, Bhim Nirjala, that is a big deal. Even that people can't do, some people. Whatever it is. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, you can put a wet cloth to the belly. Also, there are certain mudra, this thing. One is called Shitali Pranayam. You can do that by inhaling through the mouth. That cools your belly. Also, our nose, there are two nadis. This is called Chandra Nadi. This is called Surya Nadi. So, in the summer, you can activate Chandra Nadi in the morning after waking up. 3 times you have to take long breath. So, your body automatically will be cool for the day, complete day. And here the Bangalore winter is not effective like Kashmir or Vrindavan. So, I think throughout the year you can activate your Chandra Nadi after getting up in the morning. So, you will never have much the sweating and heat problem. That is to be done in the morning, ideally in the morning after getting up. Yeah, lemon juice is, basically lemon is such a one fruit among all the vegetable. It is alkaline. So it detoxes all the toxins from the body. So if we take regularly lemon, so it is good for the body's skin as well as the internal body. Lemon. 1 or 2 lemons a day enough. Maximum 1 or 2. Even if you drinking water, don't put in the copper water bottle this lemon. Please be careful. If you are drinking water from, if you want to drink a lemon water, you can make lemon slices and you put in a glass bottle. Please don't put in a copper, then you will have a severe bad reaction. Yeah. Sweet. Basically, as per Gaudiya, this thing Siddhanta, initially when you start eating, you have to take the neem and especially neem items, neem baingan, bitter items, sukta and all. So basically in our Gaudiya Sampradaya we honor in the end, but there are some Sampradayas where they eat sweet in the beginning, then in the end there is no laid down procedure. Some they eat like in our native, if some guest comes, they offer him first sweet, then food. They begin with the paisam, they end with the paisam. Also not bad, no problem. Okay, I will give chance to. We'll speak later on. Yes, Prabhu. Actually, Ayurveda says, Bhojanante Vishamvari. And after food, water is as good as poison. But water taken in between the meal. Actually, water you can take half an hour before your meal. And after meal, 1 hour after meal. That is much better. And if you want to properly digest your food. And also water, if you take sip by sip, it is much better. That is much better for the body. But there are about 40 kinds of viruses in the air. When you gulp the water, once the virus goes into the stomach, then they start multiplying. But our stomach has our mouth has the saliva. It is a very highly antiseptic. Our body has 18 micronutrients that I'll show. There is a list. There are 18 micronutrients which are available in our tongue and mud pot. Also, I give class on mud pot cooking. So, I'll show the list of 18 items. Okay. Yeah, these are the 18 organic acids and trace minerals which are there only in the earth. And when our body is burnt, and in the ash you will get all this when the body is burnt. So these are there. That's why the food which is cooked in the clay pot, that is much better than the gold pot. Also, by eating food cooked in the clay pot, so you have so many benefits. You have so many benefits. Just I'll show the benefits. Cow dung is the best medium, but today it is not practicable in the cities. So our modern cows, they are eating all this. What you see, unfortunate situation. So I'll show you the benefits of eating in mud pot. Food retains all natural taste, vitamins, nutrients, eco-friendly, conserves nature, tastes wonderful, nutritious, aromatic, appealing, easy to make, easy to digest, saves time and money, good for health, save cows, mother nature, energy, time and environmental pollution. And also reduces extra body weight, stops craving for more and more eating. Actually, we have one craving. We feel, okay, tinta irbeku. That is the one kind of craving. Then digests food very fast, cures acidity, hyperacidity, lowers body BP, cures indigestion, constipation, balances three dosha in the body, also good for chronic disease patients, increase body's immunity against infections, disease. The body gets all natural micronutrients. This is the benefit by eating in mud pots. That is good with the saliva, with the whatever is in the mouth, that you can take up to whatever you need, about from 300 ml to half liter, not 2 liters. Some they say drink 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter. That will be taxing your kidneys. There was one doctor, my grandmother, she told, it was like maybe 50 years back. So what happened, there was one padri, free priest in one church. So he went to doctor, he was not well. So the doctor gave him a medicine for 1 week. So what he thought, although he was educated, so morning, afternoon, evening, what he thought, who will take for next 7 days, morning, afternoon, evening, who will remember? He took all the medicine one time, he went to sleep, he didn't wake up next day morning. That foolishness we should not do. Yes. Toothpaste. I don't know what toothpaste you are using. Nowadays there are so many toothpaste, so many babas they are making. So toothpaste, best is neem stick if you don't get. So Prabhupada also has given one formula, that is salt, mustard powder, and there's one more item, salt, clove, yeah. I don't know in the market which is the best toothpaste. The monkey chap is much better. Nowadays there is no monkey chap. Whatever it is. But market you have to analyze. So many companies, they are selling all chemicals. Brush, yeah. But Ekadasi, whatever it is. So Ekadasi, that day you can use neem stick. No problem. Yeah, nowadays, see, India, the Western wheat is coming from Western countries, and it is having one substance called gluten. So that can cause a big number of diseases. So if you feel that chapati is making some problem for you, your kids and all, so you can just skip for 1 week. You can make a self-study on yourself. So it is not that gluten is in India, it is so far active. But if you feel that you are having some problem with the wheat, then you can eliminate. It is not necessary. In India, North India, almost people there, that is their staple diet. But so far it is not come in India. There is a Monsanto. They are monsters. They are making so many things. So they have contaminated so many kinds of vegetables and grains and all. So if possible, what Prabhupada said that we should grow our own grains. I don't know when that time will come for our society. So now it is almost 8:15. So thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to come and speak. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.